Hello everyone. Welcome to my bold and the beautiful gossip channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Before we dive into today's content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and show some love by giving this video a thumbs up. In Forrester's fundamental office, Edge gazes at the LSC report and Steffi asks what's up. All that is left is your mark. Edge asks Carter for what good reason his name is on the report. For what reason did you sign this? In Trust's lodge, she really takes a look at her telephone for a message from Carter. Pacing, she thinks about what is happening around there. Brooke enters and says her call endured longer than expected. She asks how Trust is doing. She's managing a great deal because of Steffi. Trust thinks Steffi welcomed a great deal of this on herself. She recaps that Forrester is parted into two camps, those supporting her and those supporting Steffi. That is not the way in which it ought to be. Brooke clacks that she continues to attempt to get Edge to talk sense to Steffi. Trust says it's his little girl, and he struggles with expressing no to her. Brooke says they know she's off base since expectation was wearing undergarments for Carter, not really for Finn. Trust can't tell her now. Steffi would make Carter's life hopeless. She doesn't need that for him or for them. She's defensive of this new relationship. She worries he's simply gambling so a lot. Brooke inquires as to whether there's something more happening than she knows with Carter, or both of them. Trust isn't exactly certain what her mom's inquiring. Brooke's not excessively certain what she's asking either, yet she contemplates whether they're remaining quiet about something. Trust jokes that they're not eloping at any point in the near future. They discuss the advantages and disadvantages of relying on your instinct. It doesn't necessarily end up working, however. Brooke and Edge are together at this point. Their predetermination. Trust felt that about Liam for a period, yet Steffi was in every case nearby. Brooke recaps that the two of them had youngsters with him, and he felt pulled in two bearings. Trust has continued on, and what she has with Carter. She can't envision Liam or some other man battling for her how he is. In the fundamental office, Edge questions Carter's mark being on the administrative work as chief. Carter offers to draw up new papers. Taylor comes in and apologizes for intruding. Steffi says they're practically finished. Carter says he can return. According to Edge, no, he confides in him. Edge makes all necessary endorsements and lets Carter know that everybody there loves and trusts him. He hands him back the marked desk work. Afterward, Taylor says he's happy that Carter moved the LSC desk work settled up. Edge and Steffi tell her they depend on him, however, he hasn't been a cooperative person of late. Steffi says Trust has persuaded him that this is an individual grudge, however, she really needs what's best for Forrester. They go over them believing Carter's thoughts are excessively hazardous. Edge says it irritates him to have pressure. Taylor figures Carter could set aside some margin to come around. Steffi won't adjust her perspective on Trust and doesn't figure her dad will ask her as well. Edge says this is about Carter diving in his heels about Trust. I don't get it. In the lodge, Trust goes over Brooke's commitments to Forrester and grumbles that absolutely no part of that matters in light of the fact that the Logans are held to an alternate norm. That's what Steffi's most recent assault highlights and shows her inclination. Brooke takes note of that Carter has called her out on that. Trust says Carter isn't a conformist. Edge and Steffi will understand that, particularly when Brooke inquires, when what? Carter comes in at that point. Brooke says she'll give them some time alone. Carter lets Trust know that he battled for her all that could be expected. He felt like he was breaking through to Edge and cautioned him in the event that he didn't get Steffi to alter her perspective, Forrester could never go back. In any case, he didn't hear him. Trust inquires as to whether he inspired them to sign the LSC papers. Carter says Steffi marked. Edge was going to when he saw his name on the papers. Trust's eyes enlarge. He knows. He sorted us out. In the fundamental office, Steffi advises Taylor that having her there is so great. It's ideal to have both of her folks there. She guarantees then she's making an effort not to push them back together, however, recaps that how he helped her mother was astonishing. Taylor says she embraces a new lease on life because of him. Edge loves feeling appreciated. Really, Carter doesn't. It's significant they let him in on that the family regards and values him. In Trust Lodge, Carter tells her Edge was diverted by Taylor's appearance and he didn't see that it recorded him as the one running the organization. He cases, "I felt truly regretful." Edge said he confided in him and he marked them. Trust knows how troublesome this should be for him. Carter says the man confides in him. At no point ever would Edge envision that he could do this to him, to his family, and to the organization they love. However, at that point, he contemplates how trust was given up. Trust for the future ought to have been upheld, not cut out. He takes out the papers and doesn't know. Trust concedes she's not precisely okay with this by the same token. Yet, they attempted to track down Center Ground and Edge and Steffi, the grandiose Forresters, denied. They don't get to sit on the high position any longer. Indeed, you do. Carter, you could be the one running Forrester manifestations. In the principal office, Steffi muses that Carter is answering expectation, behaving like a maiden in trouble. Edge says he's as yet an old buddy to him. He's somebody he can rely on and trust. In Trust Lodge, she worries that Carter is taking a chance with everything. She simply wishes the Forresters would wake up. Carter tells her that Steffi called her a bitch to his face. She's making this individual and it's off base for him to pause for a moment and allow it to work out. Be that as it may, it includes some significant pitfalls. Edge resembles a sibling to him, and the Forresters are like family. Brooke approaches the entryway so as to hear Trust say, "You could be in charge now." She tunes in as Carter tells Trust he can bring her back and restore her line. He can transform Forrester into the sort of spot where everybody has a voice, even the Logans. He can ensure that her family gets their due. He thinks about how Edge and Steffi can't see it. Trust rouses so many, me in particular. You said you had confidence in me. I love you. That is the reason I did what I did. He's falsehood in the event that he said he didn't have a live pit in his stomach. Could we at any point truly do this? Might we at any point flip around Forrester and dominate? Edge has no clue about that when he and Steffi mark these papers. Trust says they unwittingly surrendered control of Forrester manifestations to you. Outside, Brooke's jaw drops. Carter tells Trust assuming they do this, he'll bring her back. He doesn't maintain that this should blow back on her, so it will be his decision and his alone. Trust thinks he has a decision to make, kick an Edge and Steffi out and put you, Carter Walton, responsible for Forrester manifestations. Outside, Brooke reels. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates.